Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. My name is Kim. Thank you for joining me at Beyond Gardening Homestead. Today I will be doing my first official garden tour. I plan to tour my garden, show you all what I have going on, show you everything that I have growing. I am a grower in North Texas, Zone 8B. I have been gardening for I guess I started gardening last year, growing food. But before that, for the last maybe 3 years, I was growing primarily just hot peppers because I was into making hot sauce. I then ventured over into just doing pretty much greens, and now I'm growing everything. So today I decided to go ahead and step out of my comfort zone and do a video and do a garden tour. My plan is to build my garden the way that I like. That is, continue with building my garden beds. I've already have a few beds, and then I have some of the metal beds. I primarily grow in the grow bags. I have hundreds of grow bags, and I also have the metal raised beds as well as wooden raised beds that I built myself. I have a greenhouse that I built, and I will one day take you through that and show you how I built that greenhouse stick by stick by myself. But today I just want to do a quick garden tour. It's hot out. I want to do just a quick garden tour just to show you all what I have going on, because I am going to stop focusing on growing food at the moment and really place my focus on building my beds and building out my garden area, separating the garden area from my backyard area. So that's going to be my main focus, which means I'll be pulling out my table saws and my miter saws and my nails and hammers and all of that good stuff. So, but I will take you all along with me as I am building this garden. But for now, let's get started on the tour. So I'm going to start out over here on my little patio garden. As you can see, I've got cherry tomatoes in here. Oops, hold on. A lot of tomatoes on there. I'm not sure if I actually planted this bush or if it's a volunteer. I know last year I had volunteer tomatoes in this planter. I don't think I had cherry tomatoes though, so I probably planted this one right here. I probably did this, but it's loaded with cherry tomatoes. Look at that, if I can focus in, it's loaded. Go this way, and I've also got serrano peppers. Now, I can say last year I had volunteer serrano peppers in this planter, but they were not nearly as beautiful and healthy as these. Look at the size of these. I leave them on until they turn red, like this one. I think this is another one. No, I think this is something else. This is probably a well, I don't know. I want to say sweet banana pepper, but who knows? I don't. Yes, it is. This is a sweet banana pepper plant right here. That's what it is. I have a tag down there. See the tag? Sweet banana pepper. This is a California Wonder bell pepper. I'm very proud of the way my bell peppers are coming out this year. And I believe this is, all of my plants are grown from seeds. I don't think I have any plants on which I purchased anything from a nursery. I have some ginger down here, and as you can see, it's starting to sprout. You can look at that right there. It's starting to sprout. And I just purchased ginger from the store. And I tried to pick out ginger that already had eyes on it, so it was ready to go. Little knots on it, actually. Some more cherry tomatoes. These are the large cherry tomatoes. As you can see, some of them are starting to blush. I did a harvest on quite a bit of them yesterday. I plan to share them with my neighbor. I have some snapdragons here that are still snapping. They're beautiful. Look at that. We got bugs. What do they call them? Stink bugs? Usually I'll have a little shop vac, and sometimes I'll come out and I will vacuum those little bugs up into the shop vac. I have a tomato plant, and I believe this was from one that I trimmed off of one of my other tomato plants, and I just stuck the stem in the ground in the garden. And look at that. I'm gonna have to stake it up. I'll probably come out and stake it onto this. I'll stake it somewhere. But look at the size of this bell pepper. Let's see if I can focus in on it. Kind of hard with the sun, but look at the size of that. Look at that. Huge. Love it. I also took the top from one of my swings that broke during one of the windstorms. So I just took it and put it up against my planter, and it's saving hopefully it's shading my bell pepper down here, because this one down here was really getting pounded. I can't really get to it. It was really getting pounded by the sun. So I just stuck it up here, and it's working. Down here, let me move this. I have this holding this down. Here, I've also got more bell peppers. Hold on, let's see if I can focus. Hold on a second. Let me get the camera right. Look at that. I have a lot of bell peppers. I'm leaving them on once again because I really want them to turn red. I have more snapdragons up in here as well. Beautiful. Over here I have a peach tree, which I purchased from Costco this year, so I really don't plan to get many peaches. I have 2 peaches on here, and I'm hoping that they will hold. I have one here, and then I have one back in here. So I'm hoping that they'll grow and nothing, that the birds won't get to it before they grow, before they're ready. I also have a cherry tree, which I also purchased from Costco this year. It is a sweet southern cherry tree. When I purchased it and I brought it home, all the leaves turned brown like this, like they were diseased or something, and they died off, but then they started to replace themselves. So I'm hoping that next year I'll get some cherries. I really don't anticipate getting any this year, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. Down here I've got a few pepper plants that really don't look so well. This is a long, thin pepper plant. This is an Emerald Giant bell pepper. I plan to move these to the side of the house where it's a little more shaded. Seems like the plants that I had over here, I had a bunch of them over here. They weren't doing so well, so I moved them. With the exception of this sweet banana pepper plant. Look at those. I've already harvested quite a few peppers off of this plant. Beautiful. Got a little blemish on one of them, but once again, this is this is my hospital because these plants over here are not doing so well. Well, we got Ozarka, another bell pepper, Emerald Bell. I did a lot of bell peppers because, you know, bell peppers are expensive. This right here is a Serrano. Beautiful, red. Plant doesn't seem to be doing so well, but this is giving off some nice fruit. I think this right here was also a pepper plant, and I think I pulled off the one nice pepper that was on it. I have some more over here. I just recently relocated quite a bit of them. There's a few more sick sick looking bell pepper plants. This one has a little pepper coming off of it. Small peppers. I don't know. Is it? Yeah. This should be a bell pepper plant. This right here is long thin. I think the hornworms ate it all up, so it's gone. Now over here on the side of my greenhouse is where I have more bell pepper plants. These were over with the other sick plants, but I moved them. Here's one that's starting to turn red. You can see the coloration. So I'm leaving them on for them to turn red. It's another one. It's another one with some small ones on it. More bell peppers. Now this, let me show you this. This, oh, something's bit my arm. This is a huge bell pepper. Look at the size of that. And once again, I'm leaving it on, and hopefully I'll get it to turn red. And which it looks like it's already starting to turn. I can see just a little. I have more. I have golden cayenne peppers. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is a long thin cayenne. It's also cayenne peppers. Long thin cayenne peppers. Long thin cayenne peppers. And I'm trying to keep the hot peppers away from the other peppers, because I think last year I think it was cross-pollinated or something, because I had some peppers out here. I couldn't tell you what they were. They were hot, but I don't know what they were. I know it was something that I did not plant. But I think it was because they were next to other peppers, different species, and they just, I don't know. But they were good. Here's another cayenne pepper. Beautiful. This, I think, is also a bell pepper plant. Maybe, or this, well, I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know what it is. This is a Megatron jalapeno pepper plant. It's got a lot of flowers on it. This is a Shizitsu, however you pronounce it, but this is well, last year I tried growing one, but I think I lost it. So this will be my first year trying them. I hear all the rave about it, so I thought I would plant some. Last year I had over 200 pepper plants in my backyard because my focus was more making hot sauce. Here's another bell pepper. So move over here on the side of the alleyway. I have more pepper plants. This is going to be a jalapeno. I just potted these not long ago, so it's more jalapeno plants. I got a yellow habanero over here. More peppers. This is a hot lemon pepper. It's my first year, so I'm not sure what they're supposed to look like. It's a bell pepper plant. It's not doing so well. Leaves are yellow, and this fell off. Something ate it, but it's okay. More bell peppers. More bell peppers. Now, most of these are from seeds that I purchased. There may be some from seeds that I actually, from a pepper plant, from a bell pepper that I purchased from the grocery store, and I just took all the seeds out. It's more golden cayenne peppers. Golden cayenne peppers. These golden cayenne peppers are hotter than your typical cayenne peppers. And I use them to make like lemon or citrus hot sauce. Okay. Now here you see I've got some marigolds. This was in one of my flower beds, and I had to move it because it was so huge, just massive. So I put it in I think it's a 7-gallon grow bag. And this is a small one, smaller one right here. And this one was really, I just threw it in here. I was going to throw it out, but it started taking off. Over here I've got cucumbers. that are trellising over the cattle panel. On this side, I have not seen any cucumbers yet, but I've got plenty of flowers. So, and I have about 3 or 4 different variety of cucumbers. If you look up here, I've got a massive, look at that, sunflower. Hasn't opened yet, but it grew through the cattle panel. Now, down here, I have got squash plants. I think this is squash and zucchini. No, it's zucchini as well. I don't think that I'm going to get any more off of this plant. I've harvested quite a few. Well, I say that, but I see another female coming out. I don't know if y'all can see it down here. And I'm trying not to put my hands down here because these things are scratchy. Yeah, the vine boar bugs tore the plant up, ate it up quite a bit. But I've noticed that even with them eating the plant, with me just leaving it, they're still producing fruit. So I figured, why take them out? I'm just going to leave them for a minute. Oh, get away from me, bee. At one point, I didn't think that I came out one morning to hand pollinate because I didn't see any bees. Oh, my word. I opened this thing up and there were tons of bees in here. Down in here, we've got more. I think that's either zucchini or squash. And you can see that I do have a female. She hasn't flowered yet, but she's there. She walk around the trellis. As you can see, I have cucumbers that are trellising up. Now on this plant, I think I've harvested yellow cucumber off of here. And once again, lots and lots and lots of flowers. So which means hopefully I will get lots of cucumbers. Oh, speaking of which, there's one right here. Look at that. I'll come back later and harvest it because I will share it with my neighbor. Oh, here's a baby one. Oh yeah, they're coming. They're coming. On this side, it's a turnaround. It's another flower bed over here. And with this one, now both of these are the metal flower beds. They're not the Bigo or or whatever you call them. No, we weren't going there. Metal is metal. I don't need designer name. And if they send me one, hey, I'll take it. So, here we go. It's another bed with zucchini, squash, and I've got pole beans going on one side. And I think these are what is it called? The tiger something other beans. What are they called? Hold on, let me get this tag down here. Maybe I can find it. Rattlesnake. These are the rattlesnake pole beans growing. As you can see, lots of flowers. So here I've harvested a lot of squash and zucchini. I got a lot off of here. I don't know if it's still going to produce. I may leave it for a little. Oh yeah, I see some down in here. Look at that. There we go. The bugs are eating the plant, eating the base of the plant, but the plants are still producing. So I'm trying to get down in here without scratching my arms up. It doesn't feel good. So anyway, I'll maybe come back with a stick or something. Walk around on the other side, and once again, more cucumbers. I have about 3 different varieties. And one that I see down here that is growing. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Look at these beautiful yellow cucumbers. Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me put the phone up in there. Look at that. Beautiful. I am so excited about this. Baby, if you all are not growing your groceries, it's not even about growing your groceries. I don't know, it's a mental thing. It's a mental health thing. I find peace in my garden. I shut everybody out and I just come out here to my backyard. More cucumbers. I was going to say nothing was growing yet, but yes it is. These are in 3-gallon grow bags. And as you can see down here, I actually have 2 plants in some of these bags. And I have one bag that I have 3 plants growing in a 3-gallon grow bag. And I'll explain a little bit about my grow bags that I use. Right next to this cucumber trellis over here, I've got some pole beans. I've got some type of beans growing up here. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know if it's something I planted or volunteer or what. Or seed found its way. I don't know. But in this bed, this is another metal raised bed. I have purple hull peas. Purple hull peas are my absolute favorite. Years ago, I was at my aunt's house for, I think, on the first of the year, when we typically eat black-eyed peas. And she had peas, and I couldn't stop eating them. And I told her, I said, these are the best black-eyed peas I've ever had in my life. And she was like, they're not black-eyes, they're purple hulls. From that point on, I will not eat another black-eyed pea. I don't like them. There's a big difference. But so these are beautiful. Once I pull these, I'm going to just cut these down, and I'm going to go ahead and start another harvest of the purple hull peas because they really love the heat. So starting them in July, and because I'm in Texas, we have a long growing season, I can get another round of peas. Over here I got some, sick looking tomato vines, but hey, I have one big beautiful tomato on there. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably let me see, I have a tag in here somewhere. There's a tag down here. That says green zebra. So, I don't know. We'll see. In this little bed right here, it's also a metal raised bed. I have green beans. They're bush beans. Don't ask me what type they are. It's probably a couple. Because I planted some seeds a few weeks ago, and nothing ever came up. So after a few weeks, I just thought, oh, forget it. So I came back and I planted some more. It took them maybe 7 days to start popping out. I don't even think it's been 7 days. So I don't know what was wrong with the other ones, but oh well. I've already done one harvest of green beans because I love green beans. So I decided that I am planting what I like. Only what I like. And I eat a lot of green beans. Over here next to it, I've got, once again, sick looking tomato plants. I've harvested tomatoes off of these. I'm going to pull these out and trash them and probably start over because I have some more tomato seedlings that need to come out. Got some snapdragons just trying to hang on. Right here, I've got black strawberry tomatoes. I just did a huge harvest. Actually, for the last couple of days, I've been harvesting these because they are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. This is a kind of dark color, but eventually they turned a little red tint to them. Beautiful. Look how big and pretty they are. And next to it, I have tomato plant. Once again, I'm not sure which one this is. I don't know if I had it. Oh no, I have a tag down here. Hold on. This is a beefsteak tomato. Beefsteak. And I'm not sure if it's just from seeds from a grocery store tomato plant, or, I mean, tomato or what. But I'm just in awe of these. And as you can see, I'm not going to go deep into it, but these tomato plants are in 5-gallon self-watering buckets. I'll go into those in more detail later. Here's another tomato plant that's in 5-gallon watering bucket. And look at all these tomatoes on here. And this one is starting to blush. I don't really do much to these. I just come in and add water. Sometimes I will add some fertilizer down in the tubing. Next to it, I have another tomato bush. I'm not sure. Let me see what this is. Oh, this is also beefsteak. I don't know how large these will get. I need to stake it up. But it's got nice sized tomatoes on it. Next to that is I'm not sure if this is a lemon tree or it's either blood orange or lemon. And it's something that I started from a seed from a orange or lemon from the grocery store. You rarely find seeds in fruit anymore. But when I found the seed, I took the seed out, germinated it, and I do believe this one is the blood orange. So maybe another year or so before I see any fruit, but right now I am just keeping it alive and need some water. I'm just really just working on keeping it alive. Now moving over in front of my greenhouse, this right here is actually one of the Dollar Tree stackables. I just stacked them all up, and then I just put a small pot in the center. And I have mostly flowers in here, marigolds and moss rose and whatever else. I'm just in here, and I just keep them watered. These are just some miscellaneous little plants. This is lemongrass. Here, took a minute, but I've got lemongrass. Inside here, I've got a huge, look at that, sunflower, hasn't opened yet. In this pot, I won't go into detail, but this is not one of the typical metal garden pots. I'll explain where I got this from later. I have lavender, which I don't really take care of really well, but I came out and trimmed it. Still got that. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Over here, I think this is oregano. Oh God, it smells so good. I've got more cucumbers over here. I've harvested several cucumbers from this plant, and especially this one right here. This is in a 3-gallon grow pot, and I've got 3 cucumbers in here, 3 plants in here, and these are the Parisian, what's it called, Parisian something, Cherry King or something like that. They're the small cucumbers, so, and they seem to be coming in a lot quicker. Then I have the other cucumbers, and I'm hoping that they'll trellis. This trellis right here, this cattle panel right here is not really secure to anything, so this is why I have the bags here on the side just holding it until I decide where I'm actually going to place them. So right here, I think this is some baby snapdragons. I've got zinnias, and I think something else is in here as well. More flowers, more oregano. Once again, this is not one of those metal beds. Lemon, what do you call it? Lemon balm? Yes. And this thing was, huge. Really, really, really huge. I came out and I cut it down, and it's already growing back. As we move around, We're not going to look over here at that bed that has nothing in it. I have nasturtiums. This is a huge plant, which I know the flowers are edible and all. I don't do anything with them. I just like the look of them. I have more basil in here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Over here, I have my eggplants. I've got the long skinny eggplants, whatever you call them, the black beauties. And then I have the regular size eggplants. And when I tell you that they have been producing, I have harvested quite a few of them and given them away. I know I have some of the long ones in there somewhere. I have more bell peppers. This is a zucchini plant, and look how beautiful. Stand back. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, absolutely. And if you look down in here, if I can get the camera in here without scratching myself up, you can see zucchini. Look at that. That's ready to be harvested. I need to get that today. I'm telling you, you have to harvest this stuff. Almost hourly, you have to come out, because you'll come out 1 hour and it's tiny little fruit. You come back the next hour and it's overgrown. So you literally have to be on top of it. Right here is okra. You can see the pests are starting to eat on my leaves, but I'm not worried about it. I've already got okra growing in here, which I harvested some okra this morning. I need to come out and get this one. I forgot about this plant over here. So I have several other okra plants. Got some more bell peppers down in there. I've got some more snapdragons in there. And as I turn around, my prize. This is actually the burgundy or purple or whatever it is, Brussels sprouts. I had several Brussels sprout plants. I pulled them all out because I figured I will start again in the fall. But this one was so pretty I didn't want to pull it. Then once the bugs started eating it, I thought, well, you know, you really pull all of the leaves off anyway. And it seems to be producing Brussels sprouts. So my plan is to just leave it, and hopefully it will stay throughout the summer. And then when it cools down, it'll really start growing Brussels sprouts. Beautiful snapdragon. Look at that. Okay. And if we keep going, this is lemon basil. And it smells absolutely wonderful. Oh, once again, I just recently harvested this. I cut it all the way down and look at it. Now this is just a mess. This is a squash plant. As you can see the bugs on it. I harvested the squash. I did get quite a bit of squash. So this one I will pull. Even though I keep getting male flowers. I'm going to pull this one and start another one because I do a lot of squash. We've got jalapenos. We've got huge jalapenos up in here. I try to put most of my jalapenos and other hot peppers over here. Look at this. Look at that. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at it. Over here, I have more long, thin cayennes. Long, thin cayenne peppers. I have some more snapdragons back there. Snapdragons. Right here, we've got the golden cayennes. These are the cayennes that I showed you earlier. This is one that once they stay on the vine, they will turn yellow. Have more cayennes. I'm not sure if these are this is also golden cayenne bush. Get off of my plant. These are also golden cayennes down here. This right here is I keep wanting to say, this is a strawberry basil plant.
And it smells so good. Actually smells like strawberry. This I did buy from one of the local nurseries. I had trimmed it back. Well, I had it in the house, and then I bought it out and it started dying, so I put it in the ground and it's doing better. Over here I've got some peas. I think these are called the Big Daddies. They're not Sugar Snap, but I think they're called Big Daddies. I actually planted quite a few of them, and all of them did not come up, but I'll be happy with what I get. And over in my green beans, with my green beans, I also have some planted. See, over here with the green beans, I have actual peas that will trellis up. So just around the base of these bamboo stakes, I planted peas so they can trellis, because the green beans are actually I want to say ground beans, but you know what I mean, not pole beans. They won't climb. I was trying to say bush beans. Now, over here, let me start over here. Over here, in which I call Paisley Park, and I call it that, name it after Prince. As you can see, I've got 3 purple metal garden beds along this fence. I've got 3. We'll start over here. We've got, I've got 3 varieties of green beans growing in here. I don't feel like looking for the tags to say which is which, but I've got 3 different varieties growing. And on this end, I actually have butter beans growing on the end. So this should be butter bean plants. And these are all bush beans, what they're supposed to be. So against this, on the back side, I have cucumbers. And you see I have it tied to guide it up. Yesterday I had to come out, and I still need to work on it with getting them. I want them all growing on the inside. Because I didn't use the cattle panel, I used a smaller panel. I don't want the cucumbers to get stuck in between these smaller panels right here. I thought about coming out and just cutting this to make the panels larger, but I'm not going to go through all of that. I'll just come out and, oops. Yeah, I'll just come out and make sure they're going up. And beside this, I have Fiji apple, you call Fuji apples, or whatever you call them. And I grew these from seeds, because I eat so many of those apples that I took the seeds out and germinated them. Now, I don't anticipate getting any fruit from them for the next year at least. But my goal, once again, is just keeping them alive. This is a lemon tree. See how tall that is? Once again, my goal is just keeping them alive. Got more apple trees over here. So I just come out and water them, trying to keep them watered. Some of them I really need to put them in larger pots, because they're in 3-gallon grow bags. This one is in a 5-gallon, but I need to stake it. But so, and once again, along the fence, move along. This is, well, I'm gonna show you this. This is my composter. I've had this for many, many years. I've had this one since, oh gosh, for at least 10 years. At least 10 years I've had that. Yeah. In here is stinky stuff. In here, and here, and here. Stinky fertilizer. I'm surprised flies are not flying around it. Over here, Paisley Park, I've got eggplant, the black beauties. Look at that. Beautiful. Tomatoes. Don't ask me what kind. I've got some, what is it called? What is it? Flowers. That's what I have. These are so cute. More tomatoes all the way in the back. I don't have them trellised yet, and this cattle panel is not secure to anything. I just have it sitting back here until I decide what I'm going to do with it. Got more sweet basil. Got a bunch of basil. Rosemary. Oh my God, if you do not grow your own rosemary, just make you want to come out and grill a chicken. Over here, I've got, this is Paisley Park still. We've got tomatoes. I don't know what kind. They're probably some cherry tomatoes and I don't know, something else. I need to come out and trim them. I did a little bit this morning, but I ran out of time. Got a beautiful sunflower. Hasn't opened yet. More tomatoes. And down here, I've got watermelon. I've got crimson. I've got, what's that? The sweet yellow watermelon. I got sugar baby. And what else do I have? Jubilee. And what my plan is to have the watermelon grow here because I get a little shade and just have it trellis out into the yard this way. I've got these crates in which I picked up from the side of a 7-Eleven, and I'm getting to be like Sanford and Son. As I drive around, I see stuff and pick it up. So these crates, and also I picked up these little metal things right here, which my plants can sit on so they can drain really well. But my plan is to have that watermelon just flow out. I do have another crate that I can put here so that the watermelon's not just sitting directly on the ground. But that's my plan. And we're going to see what happens. I've got a few flowers. Now let's see if we get some watermelon. As we move around, you can see I still have quite a few snapdragons down here. They're falling over. But the bees are still finding them. Look at that. It's beautiful. Here on the back side, well, on one of the sides of the greenhouse, I have got okra. I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I've got about 8 or 9 okra plants over here, and they seem to be doing really well on this side of the greenhouse. I had 3 of them on the other side of the yard, and they didn't seem to be producing or growing at all. And I planted them, I up-potted them all at the same time. So, as you can see, they flowered. They've got okra. I harvested some okra this morning because I remembered I had okra out here. And I came out this morning because I forgot yesterday, and if you don't get it, it will grow 3 times the size, and you don't want it to grow too much. Oh, sweat coming in my eyes. But these are my beautiful okra plants. So you can see the 3 right here are smaller than the other ones, but they're still producing okra. So I'm going to have, and isn't this just a beautiful flower? Look at that. I'm going to have plenty of okra to share. Ooh, sweat in my eyes. To share with family and neighbors. Now over here in this mess, it's asparagus. I was getting asparagus, and I still am, but I decided that I wanted to move my asparagus area because this was just, I was experimenting last year to see if I could grow asparagus, and it grew. But then I decided I wanted to move it. So I pulled up the largest one, and oh my God, the root system on this thing was massive. I'm talking huge. So I thought I wasn't ready to deal with it, so I just laid it back down and just let it go. But as you can see, it won't die. And I still have asparagus growing. Look at this. I still have asparagus growing. So I'll come out and I'll deal with it. I'll either move it or do something with it. Last but not least, this is what made me more excited than anything. over here, I've got some sweet basil. I've got this is the Queen Velvet sunflower. Hasn't opened yet. I'm waiting. Nasturtium that just don't want to do right. I have a huge tomato plant I got one little tomato on it. Once again, I need to come out and trim this. Probably something that I pulled off one of the other tomatoes and just stuck it in here. Some more snapdragons. But what has got me more excited than anything, I have strawberry plants. And they have been growing and running. And I've got some onions in here as well. Oh, don't let me forget those. Probably some onions, some shallots, or just whatever. I did a huge onion harvest. But I started my strawberries. I tried doing strawberries, doing bare root strawberries from things that I bought from either Walmart or Lowe's. They just laid in the ground and died. But this strawberry plant right here came from a strawberry that I purchased from the store. And I just got the seeds off of it and just planted them, and I finally got something to germinate, and I got 2 plants. And as you can see, I have got runners everywhere. The plant is running like crazy. And so I figured, okay, well, it's growing this year. I probably won't get any strawberries this year. And I had someone out here the other day, and we were looking, and I was telling them, well, I'm not going to get any strawberries this year, no flowers or anything. And then I moved it back, and I went, bam! Look at that. I got a flower. I'm so excited. I'm more excited about that than anything. I want strawberries. So, anyway, I'm going to take y'all quickly into the greenhouse just to show you what I have in there. Not much, but just to show you. I want to also show you all my morning glory tower. Isn't that pretty? Take you all inside the greenhouse. It's a mess, so no judgment. I keep cleaning it, and then, I don't know. But over here, I have some of the, I've got some blackberries that are growing up over here in this corner right here. And then this is the butterfly pea flower, which I need to take out and repot. These are some California poppies right here. And then I've got some jalapenos, whatever. These need to be up potted. I brought them back into the greenhouse because it was too hot out there for them. Over here, I've got, God, what's in here? Some kind of flower. What is this? I don't know. Something. I don't know. Anyway, got some little flowers. Got some zinnias and some marigolds. There's marigolds here. Some dwarf snapdragons. These were green beans. For some reason, they didn't come up in here. Planted them out there, and they came up. Zinnias. There's some moss rose right here. Deal. Over here, some other kind of flowers. And red Russian basil that I will eventually separate and take out. I've got some the Purple Beauty bell peppers that are germinating. I cannot for the life of me get sage to germinate. And I keep trying. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I have more tomatoes. Got some Paul Robinsons. Got some, what is it? Cherokee purple. Aunt Ruby German green or something other. I don't know, something I bought. That's probably some lettuce right there. Some zinnias. I'm going to take these out and plant them. And then as we go over here, as you can see, this needs work. These are onions that I harvested that I actually had hanging up here to dry. So I need to come out here and I need to clean them up, cut all this off, and I'm going to take them in the house. These are potatoes that I harvested, and I don't know what I was thinking. I let them sit out here, and I forget that when potatoes turn green, when the sunlight hits, you're not supposed to eat them. So I have green potatoes out here. So y'all don't hear from me one day. It's because I came out here and got greedy and ate some of them potatoes. And I died from eating green potatoes. But not all of them turn green. But I just said, you know, what I may do is, because they're not really that large, and so I may just let them use them as seed potatoes next year or in the fall, replant them. I'm okay with that. So with that said, that's the end of my garden tour. As you can see, you're in my greenhouse, and I'll go into more detail about my greenhouse later in this contraption that you see right here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today and going along with me on my little garden tour. I plan to bring more content in the future. My next video will be of me actual working and building my garden out the way that I plan. I don't have a plan written down, but in my head on what I see, which is going to require me to bring out my heavy-duty equipment. So follow along. If you've never used a table saw or miter saw or drill or anything like that, just watch me. It can be done. And I'll also go into more detail of my greenhouse that you can probably see behind me. I don't know if you can or not with the sun. But anyway, until then, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate you. Thank you.